welcome back to my channel. This is day 2 of my new free studio makeover. So I was fortunate enough to switch rooms with my wife. She had very little things in her room that she felt I could take over her office pretty much. So day 1 was pretty much move day, and this was so unexpected. Like, when I say I talked to her about it Friday, she woke up that morning and started moving things. I was like, oh, it's happening. So if you haven't checked out that first video, please check it out, and also stay tuned to see how I get this shiny glowing face. So now we're in the process of organizing. So move-in day happened in the first video. Organization will hopefully happen in the second video, in the hopes that it's not too long and we end up with 3 parts. But I think the third part, I want to make it the studio tour. So I had to get a couple things done at work and wrap up some emails, but I think I'm ready to jump back into it. So let's go. Those that are interested in what I did, I peel off the face mask because it's very hydrating. I then spray rose water and I lock in the moisture with almond oil. So that's why it's very greasy looking, but it helps to keep my face moisturized. I have like T-zone skin type, so here and not mostly my forehead, but mostly my cheeks is very dry, and like a couple side areas, but everything here tends to get a little greasy. But surprisingly enough, this grease like counterbalances the grease that happens on my face. I don't know how that works, but it does. So this will probably like stay on for most of the day, and like it's starting to absorb into my skin, but that's my skin routine. So let's get into finishing up these books. Most of what I have going on here, let me unclip my mic so I don't fall. So most of what I have going on here is my book organization. I have them pretty much organized by category. So my bottom shelf is actually textbooks from when I was in school, which I will eventually need again because I'm teaching the same subjects. Then in the middle row are more history. So to clarify, textbooks that are interior and architecture based. I do have the Matisse Barnes Foundation book, not Matisse, the Barnes Master's workbook. Then I have, behind that, I have a couple of like random textbooks. Anyways, moving on to shelf 2, I have art history books from when I was in undergrad. I also minored in art history. And over to that side, from the Jungalow book over, those are more like inspirational books, sort of just fun illustrated books, nothing informative, more so like free-flowing. Then up here I have my art textbooks that teach you things, so like Color and Light by James Gurney, The Imagination also by James Gurney, and a couple of like how to draw books. Then I go into my anatomy books. Next after this is all my artist based books, so like the Basquiat's, the Frida Kahlo's, the Matisse's, all those type of books. So artist based books. So that's what's coming next. And then usually on the top I put all my floral books because I reference those the most. But now that I have this calendar here, I'm not sure if that's gonna work, so I might move the floral books on top of this other bookshelf that I acquired, and we'll go from there. All right, let's jump back into the sped up video. Okay, so look how beautiful. That was fast. That was actually pretty fast. That took less than 30 minutes. Everything's organized over here, except for everything behind you. Let's take a quick double take. This is nice and clean, and this is chaotic and messy. I don't know how to get started over there. Okay, so actually, let's think about this. Most of the art supplies are going to live on here. I'm having trouble with like the larger things that I did keep in my closet, like my bare paint samples, this new acquired bookshelf, which I'm sure I will make plenty of use out of, and I think this here. So in order to organize this, I need to organize that, because there's certain things on here that I want to keep on here, and I'm exhausted. I'm gonna go drink water and maybe think about how to lay this out. Okay, bye. I am just happy that, you know, the most important part is done, and that's my desk area, so I feel a bit more motivated to get certain things done, like my video that's supposed to be uploaded tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it just yet does not exist. I haven't edited a video in over 3 weeks because after vacation I edited 2 videos back to back, so I had those consistently loaded, and then the following week I hit the ground running, like extra fast, and I haven't had a chance to edit any videos, and I have so many videos that I have in the queue, so that's what I'm going to do right now to break up the amount of chaos that's happening behind me. Avoidance. I am so thankful that I was able to work this out with Bree, my wife, and not have to eventually get a studio. Studios are expensive, and they only get more expensive as time goes on. I remember studio hunting in the start of 2021, so 2 years ago, when I first started getting back into my art and really trying to figure out what I wanted to do, I was offered a space for $300. It was the scariest thing I could have ever imagined. As an interior designer, I freaked out when I saw that space. I said, absolutely not. No one should be in here. No one is allowed into this space. This is not a space. This is a crawl space. This is everything but a livable, functioning office. So there are lots of weird spaces that people tend to offer to artists, and I'm so thankful for this one. 500 years later, and she's still not done the studio makeover. I did, however, get 2 videos edited because I hadn't loaded 2 videos in the past 2 weeks. So this week that just passed, a video did not get loaded, and last week a video also did not get loaded. So I had to make up for that. I might post 2 consecutively, either on the same day or Tuesday and Thursday, depending on how that goes. But they're done. All they need is descriptions, so that's good. I did do something today that took a lot of time, but now that I feel I've got enough stuff done, I can get going on the disaster. So let's see how this goes. So everything that I just mentioned in that last clip was a part of last month's release of videos. I was so behind that I spent one entire week just editing so many videos. I think I worked through 8 different videos. So last month I released 2 videos per week until the end of August, and we are now in the second week of September. Funny thing is that as I record this, we're not in September, we are August 14th, but I know this video is going to be released in the second week of September. So a weird like flash forward time traveling situation happening here. Kind of cool, right? Okay, so I've been working for about an hour. I took a 15-minute break to make lunch. Well, not so much lunch. It was porridge, or as we say in Puerto Rico, avena. Well, actually, this is harina trigo, or cream of wheat, that I ate for lunch. It was terrible. Not nearly as good as the one that I made last week, which was really close to the flavor that they make in Puerto Rico. But that's besides the point. So I made a little bit of progress, not much. I think where I'm struggling is storage and being able to find places. So I think I'm gonna go to IKEA to get one more of this size of shelf and one more of the larger size, or actually 2 more of the largest sizes. And I'm about to get interrupted by my wife. There she is. What?
Sorry.
VRB. So that's a good stopping point. I think I'm making progress. I think. It feels so slow. I'm usually not this slow with switching things up, but I got this shelf done and that bottom shelf done and that shelf over there done. So I need 1, 2, 3 more shelves, which is actually not terrible. What is making it seem a little overwhelming is all this finished artwork and I think that's what I need a shelf for, is a place to put like finished things. So I'm probably gonna put that over there in that corner, because all of these are finished artworks, and they're either gonna get placed on the wall or put on the shelf. And I think once I have that shelf, things will feel a little bit more organized. But yes, I have to go to an appointment with my wife, and then I'm gonna go pick up her bike, and this will probably not get done until tomorrow because I have to also go to IKEA. So until tomorrow. Alrighty, bye. Okay, so down here I have my Posca pens, I have Sharpies, some pencils, and my inks, along with extra brushes and pencils and more randomness. Here I have my printmaking stuff. Back there I have some chalk pencils and another set of random things. I don't know what's underneath it. Then the next container is my clay stuff. So I have plastilina, and I have the polymer clay. All of those are unused sketchbooks. All of these are unused notebooks. So your girl cannot buy a single sketchbook, a single notepad, because you see all of those, and then you see all of those, and then you see all of these. So she has tons of things to paint on. There is no reason that another sketchbook should enter this room. There's even one that's unopened. So moving on the bottom shelf I have a lot of glue. So they're organized by different categories. So these gray boxes have glue, some have unused color pencils. I'm gonna go through every single thing and like do like a giveaway of some sort and get rid of a lot of these things that other people could be using. Then the white box is actually some tech stuff, some of my market things, and then back there I have all my finished notebooks. So I'm a very big on agendas and things like that, and I have an attachment to them, and I haven't thrown out any of my agendas for years. Next shelf, this one is all my still life things. So I have my veggies, my fruits, and then the boxes for the stuff over there. Lastly, we have these two shelves. So this is all my acrylic paint that are like student grade, and I can use for like paint alongs with students and things like that. And here are more of my quality stuff, but for the most part, everything that I use lives on that cart. So this is like a very small portion of my quality things. And yeah, that's the studio tour. I can't believe I'm done. Let me know what you think. If you have any questions or wondering anything that's coming up, just let me know. I am done my studio tour for now. There'll probably be a couple edits, a couple of updates with the shelf. I think I'm gonna get one more of those and one more of those, and probably some bins. I think things are much more functioning. Things are functioning better. So far, so good. We'll see what it's like to get started on painting. I'm probably going to go through some things to donate and maybe do a But yeah, that's the studio tour, and this is what I was trying to do. See my reflection so that I know that I'm recording, but now I have to record on the front camera. Anywho's, I'm just blabbering at this point. We're done. We are so finished, and I'm so happy to be done. I have a lot of things to edit. Not sure where this video is gonna land with one. I know for sure there's gonna be 2 parts, but I'm not sure if there's gonna be a 3rd part depending on how long the footage is. So with that being said, thank you for liking, thank you for subscribing. I hope you enjoy this one, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.